Hi there, crafters. This is Julia from Just One More Card with some new stamps from Purple Onion Designs. And today I'm just doing some fun coloring and a dimensional frame. Check it out. Now these are some of the new stamps by Purple Onion Designs, and as soon as I saw these garden bushes, I was in love with them. I can't even tell you why, but they are amazing. Now how to use these red rubber stamps? I have this acrylic block, and it has some tack and peel on top of it, which is like an like some sort of adhesive that you permanently adhere to your acrylic block, and the red rubber stamp sticks to it. That allowed me to stamp it, and then to get ready for my coloring, I'm just grabbing all my markers and placing them in the order that I will use them, so I don't have to worry about this later on. So this tiny little bit of organization before getting started actually helps not to go completely nuts when you're coloring. So I'm just trying to get this all out of the way. And then I'm just starting my coloring, and I'm doing really easy Copic, or in that case, twin touch brush marker coloring. Putting down the darkest color and then blending towards the lightest. It's, like I said, it's very easy shading. There's nothing fancy about this. So I'm going to speed this process up and play some music for you, and then catch you again when we put on the frame. Alrighty, now we're done with the coloring, and what I'm doing here is what do I have actually? Oh yeah, that's my card base. That's my card base, and I put some adhesive on it. Usually I would use my ATG gun, but when I made this video it was still in storage. So I just use some tape here, adhesive tape, and then I'm putting this panel onto the card base. And this is perfect if you have only Copic paper that bleeds through. Simply put the panel onto a card base, and it doesn't matter if it bleeds through or not after you're done with the coloring. Alright, now I'm stamping my sentiment, and I should have used my Stamp-A-Magic because it's not entirely straight, and I was kind of mad at myself for not getting it right before, but that's the price you pay for laziness. Anyhow, afterwards I also decided, hey, my scene here needs some sky or some background, so I'm using a very light blue and just using the flicking technique where you lift the brush marker off at the very end of your flick, so you'll have a very soft like end of the flick. And then I'm coming in with my colorless blender, which is the number 0, and I'm going over the the end of the end of that flick, and going over it with the colorless blender just helps to soften it even more, so you have a very nice transition. If you hear something strange in the background, it's currently pouring outside, and I have I'm in the topmost floor, so the windows are getting all the rain here. I die cut my frame out of Fun Foam, and I'm using a square die by Pretty Pink Posh, which gives me this really beautiful frame. And then when I wanted to put it down, I realized that the white of the Fun Foam is a much warmer white than my card base. So I couldn't leave it like that. So I'm just grabbing one of my Copic markers that I've already used for coloring, and I'm coloring in the Fun Foam. Because you can do that. I had not planned on doing this. I didn't know I could do that, but it works. So you can just color in your white Fun Foam into any color that you like with your alcohol markers or permanent markers. And then you don't have to buy a lot of colors of Fun Foam. So I like that. That's awesome. Again, I usually would have used my ATG gun and my really strong adhesive for this, but again, if you don't have access to your crafting supplies, you make do with whatever you find. And I'm just putting some adhesive here on the back side of that frame and then adhering it to my card base to frame my little scene. Here are the trees, and they're just so gorgeous. I could color them all day. You could add texture and patterns and whatever. You could paper piece it even. You could add dimension, there's so much stuff that you can do. This is the sentiment that I used. Obviously also some sequins by Pretty Pink Posh in the sparkling clear size, 4 and 6 millimeter. And I also used some sparkling clear seed beads, and this is the entire card. It's cute, it's small, and it was just absolute fun to create. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've got inspired. If you liked it, please leave me a comment, a thumbs up, or subscribe. Cheers!